What's going on, Capricorn? And welcome to my channel, Alchemist. Justin here, and I hope you're having a phenomenal week so far. So, for those of you who are returning, welcome back, Soul Tribe. I appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, and shares. Your support really is just amazing, Cap. And it keeps us growing. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm happy how yourself has brought you here. We're in for an amazing journey. Because it's General Energy Weekly Spread. Yeah, something like that, Cap. I told Taurus the dance moves are getting stranger and stranger. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. But with this weekly spread, whenever you happen to come across this video, there may be some messages in here for you. And just so you're all aware, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one. So take what resonates with you, leave the rest with me, and never force reading on a situation, okay? So with all that being said, let's jump into it. Had to get a little dramatic there, Cap. You just can't help myself. But Capricorn, your space has been cleansed. Crystals, feeling lovely. Just great energy all around here, Cap. Now I'm going to pull a few oracle cards from this deck here, and then we'll get some details with the tarot. But before we jump into this thing, these readings that I do, they're not gender-specific readings, so apply these energies to people as they make sense for your situations, okay? And in case if y'all were curious, the decks that I'm working with, I've included links for them down in the description box below, so definitely check that out if you're interested. But also down below some links for some other readers that I like watching their Capricorn, so definitely check them out. Very intuitive group, great energies that they bring, so yeah, definitely go show them some love. But, yeah, let's see. Ooh, take a little long to get your energy to know their Capricorn. Let's see what's going on here. Oh. Alright, thank you. Let's see what's going on here, Capricorn. Ooh, look at this, Capricorn. Look at you treating yourself. So you got the milk and honey card here. Look at this elephant bathing. I love that. So with this card here, Capricorn, I do feel like there is a need to treat yourself to bring a little more sweetness into you. Because look at this. This actually reminds me of, you got one of, I'm thinking of that other deck Oracle deck that I use, the one with the little cards, the 108 Zodiac cards. And I'm thinking of your one card, the balloons card, the fun. That's like, that's like one of the funnest cards in that deck. And I do feel like there's this energy of, yeah, just kind of bathing in this sort of like this happy type of energy, you know, allowing yourself to, maybe drawing yourself a bath there, Capricorn, maybe getting some essential oils there, maybe even getting outside, like, kind of like how this person looks like, or this elephant, like, granted, maybe don't swim in your picnic, but I feel like I feel like that maybe for some it might even need to be like a need to get out there and like maybe have like a picnic, get out in nature, go see the beauty that life has to bring, and really, again, really kind of bathe yourself in that energy, steep yourself in that greatness, that oneness that is life there. Like, I just picture you going out with like a pep in your step, in a sense, you know, like the trees seeing more greener, noticing flowers that you haven't noticed before, and seeing how vibrant they are, appreciating the symphony that the birds are singing for you, because they're just singing just for you, they're Capricorn, because it's your day. And then, you know, it's giving me very kind of like this Queen of Cups, Empress type of vibes, where we're really just, oh, and that's interesting too there, Capricorn. Okay, so definitely a self-care day. And I feel like, especially if, because I do feel though, Capricorn, because there was this almost like, as I was describing that, there was like almost this haziness that was kind of coming over this card. And I do now, like, just to be mindful, you know, there is this energy of escapism that's kind of comes up, being like a Seven of Cups vibe that's coming, like, and that's like, for me, that's my prelude to a devil moment, which is one of your cards. Well, they're not one, that is your card. And I do feel like where it is nice to partake in the sweetness that life has to offer. You know, how this elephant does seem like he's getting a little drunk in this in all this sweetness. I do feel like we want to be mindful of that as well, you know, kind of finding, and you know how what the things that I was talking about earlier, I feel like those are, if we've been in that sort of escapist type of energy, however that's looking. Maybe it's food, maybe it's drugs, sex, alcohol, gambling. It could be video games. It could be a number of things. Even oversleeping, even just any ways that we may not be facing our responsibilities or our changes or whatever that is. Capricorn, just something to get eyes on as well. You know, just Let me get some tarot on this Capricorn and get some details. Because I feel like sometimes too, Capricorn, I do feel there is a balance between the two. You have to enjoy yourself, and there, you know, because I feel like sometimes when we just like, because you're probably the hardest working sign of the zodiac, and I feel like if you don't balance out all that work and that ambition with some times to relax and decompress and things, then when we do, like, let's say get that vacation or whatever, then we happen to go overboard, you know, then it's like we're working hard and playing hard, and when it's like when you do that, it's like you work yourself to the ground, and then by the time your vacation comes, you're exhausted, and it's just like, well, now I gotta bring all this energy for that, and then by the time you get settled in there, it's time to get back to work. So, you know, it's like we're just going from extremes to extremes. So just something to pay attention to there. But let's see what's going on here, Cap. Alright, so you have the Four of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords in reverse, and then you have the Nine of Cups and the Five of Wands upright. And that's interesting, Capricorn. I like that you got one of each suit there, because that instantly kind of stood out to me, that you got one of each of the suits there, the Cups, Swords, Pentacles, and Wands. And again, balance. I feel like it's a big thing that's kind of coming here, but I do feel that for some that maybe we've been kind of trapped in our head as of late, or maybe even been in this sort of like just been feeling kind of stuck, maybe stuck by some sort of challenges that are coming through here. It's like we've had this wish of, you know, being in this, it's like I feel like we had this view of like maybe what happiness and things would look like for us, but it's just like it seems to be that we're still having conflicts getting there with the Four of Pentacles, like with the Five of Wands here. And I feel like the Four of Pentacles is, and that's an interesting energy, because I feel like for some it's like this Eight of Swords is get out of your head, and the Four of Pentacles is literally giving me this like not taking life so seriously, in a sense. You know, maybe we've been really kind of, let me get a little bit more. Actually, I'm going to get a little bit more on this Five of Wands and Four of Pentacles before I get a little bit more into that. Let me start with the Five of Wands here, Cap. Let me get one for the Four of Pentacles here, and then we're going to get into this. Thank you. Alright, so let's start with this energy here, Cap, with the Five of Wands, because this is clarified by the Two of Wands, the Six of Swords, and then the Knight of Cups in reverse. And even as I was kind of shuffling for that, Capricorn, the Nine of Cups and this Milk and Honey card feel like that. It's like we're wanting this happiness, but it's just like, are we making choices towards that thing? You know, are we moving in the direction of the happiness that we want, or is there something that it's like there's a side of you that's like I feel like is being neglected here with the Knight of Cups. There's like maybe not enough, maybe not pursuing like any sort of like hobbies or like any sort of passions, or maybe there's this, it's interesting. It's like you want to move towards this thing, but it's like is there's something that is keeping you from doing that in a sense. Like maybe we've been wanting to make more time for romance, but it's just like then we're like, oh, but what about my bills, or what about this and that? And let me see what's going on with this Four of Pentacles here. All right, so you have the Magician in reverse, and then the Seven of Swords upright, and I feel like when we're achieving this state of happiness, Capricorn, I'm wondering if like, because it feels like the Magician here is saying that we're not utilizing all the tools or things at our disposal, in a sense that it's almost like that we're telling ourselves that like it's almost like we're telling ourselves that maybe like almost that we won't be able to manifest it in a way, or that it'll just like maybe it's like it's not that. Yeah, this is very, very, very strange energy here, Capricorn. It's like there's this struggle here. It's like I feel you got all this happiness, or you want all this happiness here, but it's just like that we're having troubles. Yeah, it feels like that we're having troubles manifesting it, and this could be where it's just like making sure that our actions are lining up with our words, making sure that we are taking these steps in order to get this thing, and not manifesting this almost like this false sense of happiness with this Seven of Swords Magician in reverse here. It's like maybe we're created this whole avenue, but it's just like, we're telling ourselves almost in a sense that we might be happy, but it's just it doesn't quite feel that way. hmm that's very interesting, Capricorn. I think I'm gonna pull out of that, but hmm all right, yeah, let's move on from that, Capricorn. Yeah, I hope that made sense. That feels, for some, that feel let's get another oracle on this. You know what this energy reminds me of, Capricorn? It's like when you're going out and you're having a drink, you're having a good old time, it's a whole party, and then you start having a little bit more, and it's all fun in that moment, but then when you get back and you're waking up the following day, it's just like there's this lonely space, and then that there's that sense of just like that void type of energy, just like a home. Like I like hmm thank you. Let's see what's going on here, Capricorn. Alright, so you got the Fates card here, Capricorn. And this is the 17th card. This is star card energy. I mean, this card's like just littered in stars. And for some, I feel like there is this questioning energy. I'm even getting like a almost like a Wheel of Fortune type of vibes, where it's like we're like questioning the fates, that is this all that there is, in a sense? Is this what happiness looks like? Is this what And maybe even for some, and that's an interesting energy that came through. I even feel like even for some that there is this questioning of not allowing yourself maybe to get as comfortable as this elephant is getting in the happiness, because we're afraid that it is going to just leave again, and that it's just going to be, that this is just one of those temporary kind of things until, the waiting for the other shoe to drop, in a sense. Just like, when's the next the next hurdle there. And I feel like it's getting into this sort of like jaded type of energy here. And I do feel like if that's where some of us are at, Capricorn, there is again that strong need to just kind of self-care, allow yourself to get out of your head. Maybe even it's like, again, slowing down with this Two of Wands here, so that you can think about, because if we haven't been getting that sense of because if we notice that maybe it feels like that life has been going against us, that is a time to pause and to figure out what we are manifesting, with the Magician being here, because this is Mercury energy, and that deals with our thoughts, our communication, and what we're thinking, what we tell ourselves. That is what manifests. The Nine of Cups is like being like a magnet. You make that wish, and then you be in that energy, and things start coming your way. The ideas, the inspirations, the opportunities. But let me get some tarot on this Capricorn and get some details. I'm even getting that. Like that Amy Winehouse song in my head that just kind of popped through. That song "Wake Up Alone." That's a tough song to. Let me see what's going on here, Capricorn. Alright, so you have the Knight of Swords and the Three of Cups in reverse. And then you have the Queen of Wands, the Four of Wands, the Temperance, and the Death card here. Or the Death Rebirth card. Now let's start there, Capricorn. Because I do feel that there is... there is this energy of, like, it's like a things... a wanting things to change. I feel with the Death card being here. Maybe this is a circumstance, maybe we've noticed we haven't been feeling this. Maybe we've noticed we've been in this kind of depressive rut. Because I feel like it's not, when we get in those energies, it's not that you're choosing to be in them. It's just that, it's just like right now we're going through a challenge, in a sense. And I feel like this Knight of Swords being in reverse is that we're having troubles facing that challenge. That the... how do I want to put this? It's just that I feel like with the Temperance card, it's just like we're striving to seek this sense of balance, but there is this energy of moderation that is coming through here. And even with the Three of Cups, this is that kind of party energy that I was talking about earlier. And that's not necessarily what you're doing, but there is something here I feel like that is getting in the way of, because you have a lot of these like kind of celebratory type of hype energy type of cards here, but it's like this is like the... it's like this is like what we're trying to attract, but it's not quite what it's coming through. Let me get a little bit more with this Temperance card here, Capricorn. Thank you. Interesting. Alright, so the Temperance card is clarified by the Five of Cups upright and then the High Priestess in reverse. And it feels like that it's like maybe we've been asking for even something here. You know, we had been trying to manifest this thing, and it's just like we may be disappointed with where the results have been even. And now there's this energy of, instead of like seeing why this thing happened or figuring out what lesson it is that we came from this, it's almost like we're trying to, it's like we've accepted our fate in a sense. And like, because this is interesting, it's like we're accepted our fates with the Queen of Wands being here. And so we're just like, it's like we're just sort of jumping from thing to thing now, you know, like going to the events, like we're surrounding ourselves in like this sort of this false type of energy here, because that Seven of Swords is still coming through. Again, that could be a card of lying, cheat, trickery. And I don't feel like it's necessarily someone that's doing something to you. I feel like this may be something that we may be doing to ourselves, because there's some deeper things that we may need to deal with, Capricorn. Like that's kind of, that's sort of bubbling underneath the surface there. I like, but I do feel, though, it's not that it's, you're just gonna again be stuck in this doom and gloom, but there's just something that's needing to change. There's and then we can get to this vibration in a sense, and have this sort of really maybe authentic type of energy where you're enjoying this life, as opposed to waiting for something else to disappoint you, or waiting for things to, excuse me, to even go wrong in a sense. But something to think about there, Capricorn. But let's get your last card. Oh, thank you. All right, Capricorn. So you have the Poised card here. And I feel with this, Capricorn, it feels that, because I feel like there is a lot of happiness that can come from this energy that you're bringing, but there's something about unlocking something deeper with this Death Rebirth card here. Because I feel like for some, it's like maybe we've been in this energy where we've been putting on this, like we've been trying to keep this front in a sense, because like it's interesting that you got your Knight of Cups here, Magician card in reverse. And I'm not just choosing to focus on these next, because I mean we got wrapped up in the milk and honey there, Capricorn. So it's just like but I feel that it's like we're trying to recreate something in a sense that's already past, as opposed to embracing a new type of energy. It's just like we're chasing this like a high in a sense, you know, not that we're literally doing drugs or anything like that, Capricorn, but it's just more so that's the kind of things that but let me get some tarot on this. And last little bit here. Last little bit here, Capricorn. Alright, so you have the Page of Cups in the Tower in reverse. And then you have the Seven of Wands and the Full upright here. And then let's switch back over here, Capricorn. Because I feel that there is this happiness that I feel that is here, but there's something else that is, it's like when you need to be on, you're on, you know, and it's, you can bring it together. But then as soon as we're not, you know, things kind of flip upside down. The narrative switches in a sense. And hmm and I might need to get maybe a little bit more on this. Well, let me see with the Seven of Wands here, because it almost feels like that it's, there's an energy of like, I almost feel like a need to protect. Because if this is something where it's like we're, let me get a little bit more with this Seven of Wands here, Capricorn, before we close out. So the Seven of Wands is clarified by the Hanged Man and the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, and then you got the Five of Pentacles upright. And this energy feels like that it's, something doesn't feel sustainable. You know, it's like we're just, again, like how I was talking with the Queen of Wands, it's like we jump from new thing to new thing to new thing. But I feel like that this, the rate that things are going, that's not working. And then by the end of it all, we just end up feeling this kind of down again and alone. And I feel there's a need to kind of pause for a second, kind of see things from a different light here. Why is it that, if this is something that's resonating with you, what is it that we've been like how we've been kind of operating in a sense? And hmm I think I'm gonna get out of that one, Capricorn. But I do feel with the Tower, something I feel like is definitely trying to get you to change something. You know, like it's special Tower, Death card there. And I think it's only going to be something where, because this feels almost, again, like there's this facade type of energy that's coming through there, and we're trying to cover up something a little bit deeper. But it's just something to think about there, Capricorn. Just making sure that this happiness that you're feeling is very genuine, and that it's not something that we're trying to force in a sense. You know, that we really are. I really hope that that makes sense. But if anything resonated with you, Capricorn, if you understood that, give it a thumbs up and share this, because I do feel like it's, because I keep getting this energy too of like, it feels like that you make, for some it's like you may feel like you have to always be on all the time, and again be poised. But I don't feel like that you're allowed to allow it break down. I almost feel like that we're worried about what others may think, or that others may criticize you if, or maybe this is someone that we're dealing with that but then subscribe there, High Priestess. Hit that bell button, get notified on all these videos each week. And let's switch gears, Cap. Because last thing, if you have any Cancer in your placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, come on over to the Chariot and Friends. I do videos Monday through Friday there. We discuss lunar shenanigans. And it's a good, oh, well, you got my, I'm tripping. I forgot you even got our ruler here, Capricorn. The High Priestess is the Moon. So, but all that housekeeping is down in the description box below. But let me get your surprise cards here, so I can get you out of here. See, I was talking about prelude to a devil moment. Seven of Cups here. And some, I feel that there's, and I don't know if you can see on here, Capricorn, but there's even this mask that is, I don't know if you can really tell, that is kind of a light image there. But I feel like it's like we choose to do this one thing or that. there's something here. I feel that a way that we're operating is like it's kind of limiting how we see this happiness, and that because I feel like we're afraid that the happiness is gonna leave, that we overdo it in a sense, and that then, like, again, Capricorn, things, this journey waxes and wanes all the time. Can where how do I want to put this? It's like we can be in that high vibration, but see the high vibrations even in like the lessons and things, even from the challenging things, and that can even bring about more happiness, because now we're not letting things like bringing us down. We're noticing that this is an opportunity for change. This is the next challenge that is coming through. But let me get your other oracle card here. You get healing energy, Capricorn. And so in Capricorn, if this the thing too, I feel like, when we're going through this energy, because I do feel like there is this need to maybe to do, and we were talking about that Queen of Cups Empress day, hopefully week, that you can have, taking care of yourself, surrounding yourself with some healing energy, maybe even being mindful of the people we might be hanging around with the Three of Cups being there, and just allowing yourself maybe to not be so poised all the time, to maybe do like a healing bath, allow yourself to be kind of vulnerable there, because that is one trickiness with Capricorn energy, is that you can just kind of shut them off, just kind of like maybe cut the emotions off for a minute, be a little more reserved, be more so let's get about the business, and there is a time and a place for that. But I feel like operating like that all the time and not allowing those emotions and things are coming through. The moon, the high priestess being in reverse here, it keeps you from accessing those things we keep repressed, that may need that healing energy in a sense, because we all have something that we're healing from going on this journey, and only you can be that catalyst for change and bringing the stuff forward. But we want to be mindful about escaping and wanting to feel, because believe me, and if that's something that's resonating with you, I feel that, Capricorn. I have a bunch of Leo in my chart, so that's all I want to do, is have fun, feel like in that sunlight all the time. And it's possible, but there's certain outlets that you have to do that in, like it's something to be mindful of there, Capricorn. But you stay safe out there. And I do feel like, because again, I'm not trying to take away from your happiness, but it is knowing that we go through cycles, and it's not going to be always, in order to get through that happiness, there are challenges that are leveling ourselves up, and it's like how we take care of ourselves in those kind of challenging energies there. Are we being kind to ourselves? Are we getting enough rest? Are we, just all of those things, Capricorn. And raise your vibration through the roof. Maybe make some milk and honey, whatever that looks. Maybe warm yourself up, a little milk, put some little honey in it, something to kind of warm the soul up there. That could be something lovely there, Capricorn. But I will catch you on the next one. Later.